I received a question from a college student asking me if it comes natural for me to see the good in others, or do I have to discipline myself and focus only on the good in someone? He said that he was a pessimist by nature and it was difficult for him to see the good in others. And because of that, would that keep him from effectively mentoring others? It's a really good question, so it's worth some discussion. So I'm going to share a little bit about this topic, so hopefully this stimulates some conversation. For me, by nature, I'm an optimist and a realist. My optimism is very key in my ability to focus on what is going right with someone rather than what is going wrong. However, the realist in me is not naive and recognizes that everyone has weakness or challenges that can be barriers for their success or desired changes in their life. For example, when I was a police officer, when contacting potential suspects, on the outside, I would reveal a more optimistic attitude, while on the inside, I would be much more of a realist. For example, if I was contacting a gang member, on the outside, I am encouraging, telling them they can change their life, but on the inside, I am thinking that if this person tries to come at me to hurt me or whatever, that I will do this or that to neutralize that threat. And I was able to do that. On the other hand, for the college student who self-describes him as a pessimist, I find that I actually work well paired up with pessimists in a team because it helps me remain balanced in having basically three perspectives that are distinct. My natural optimistic and realist vantage point that I carry, and then a pessimist that can bring to the table what I'm lacking, and that covers that perspective. For example, during the last Karen State trip, one of my graduate students is definitely a pessimist. He was one of my most valued assets because he always had the ability to immediately pick up on what would take me oftentimes a little while to be able to pick up and perceive. I leaned on him more than he probably even realized because he was strong where I was not. This is similar to the makeup of the family. The reason an intact and functional family is by far the best support system for human beings is in part because of this principle. With two parents, we typically note that one may have an optimistic outlook while the other has a pessimistic view. And then together they can find this realist view, and this unique dynamic provides the greatest structure for young people to grow. So the bottom line is, a pessimist view is just as valuable as an optimistic view. The key is tempering each to find that sweet spot that provides the discipline of a pessimist and the nurture of an optimist. I hope this provides insight for this question, and if you have a question you would like answered with a short video response, just message me.